All right, we're back. This is time for another video of high value English, number 18. And this one shouldn't be too difficult, but who knows? Let's go slowly as usual. But interestingly, this topic is not really so valuable because I don't really use it very often. And this is called the past perfect. And that name, even to me, that name doesn't really mean anything. I don't know why it's called that, but let's talk about the present perfect. And that name is also a little bit strange to me, but the way I teach it is that, this is where we use the word, the verb have, plus a main verb here. So for example, if you say, I visited my grandparents last weekend. And then next sentence, I visit them every summer. All right. So these are both perfect, but you might notice that the same verb, visit, do we need to say that 2 times? Can we do something to, save space, save time? The answer is yes. I would say, I have visited my grandparents every summer. That's kind of of course you miss that. Yeah, I went there last weekend. But this is just an example to show how we push these two ideas together. So it's something, the past plus the present together, something from before, and also now. Okay, so that's just a simple example that, native people, native speakers will often go, this way to try to push ideas together. It's not exactly the same, but it's almost maybe the same idea that you want to communicate. Okay, now today's topic is the past version, and so that's where we change this verb, either have or has. If it's the third person, it changes to had, and then a verb. And so the way I teach this one is that you have, let's see, I'll make some space here. I try to explain it like this. You have right now. Right now, I'm speaking to you right now. Then you have something before now, which is the past. Okay, so I turned on my camera, and I am speaking to you now. So that's past, before now, and then right now. But then you have this style, past perfect, which is even older past, or more past. So something before you got now, something before now, and then even before that, we use this style of had plus a verb, or a past tense verb, or it's called a participle, I think. And so I've got some ideas here. I want to just go through them one by one. Is that the number one the number one thing that my students have an idea of is that it is some kind of formal English style. It's some kind of high level or expert level or formal or professional style. That is not correct. That is incorrect. I totally disagree. So it is not formal English. So for example, I might get an example like, I had worked at my company yesterday, and I had met with my boss because he had told me to, finish a report. something like that, where it's every verb, and I don't know where that comes from. It might be, I don't know, some teacher told them that, but yeah, this is not the correct way. It's all about timing, okay? And so in this case, you would just say, yep, so again, right now, I'm speaking, I'm communicating this message to you. So before now, I worked at my company yesterday. Then after that, or in that time, I met with my boss because, and then, well, now this case here, now you could say it. I met with my boss. Well, I don't know. Let's see. My boss, because he had told me. Now this had told me means that this message to finish report is before the meeting. You could say, so work, then met. No. In this case, you have, you might say, went to work, and then had met, had told, and then we met. Okay, it could be that way, that this is trying to communicate it, that before the meeting was this message to finish. So the meeting was about the report. Okay, but if you take that out, now it becomes the, let's see, can I do this? Let's see. So this goes here. Met. And then in the meeting told me about the report. Okay, so now it's saying go to work, boss says meet with me, and then in the meeting, next thing, you need to finish this report. So maybe that's a good case. Maybe if you'd say it's had told, then that it tells the listener that this is before and this is after. So anyway, let's number one, it's not a formal style that's used only in an office or with professional people. It is not that. Okay, but even in this example, you could change the message you want to communicate by adding that had told. Now it suggests it's before this meeting here. Let's try that again. So had told, then goes to meeting. Okay, so it is case by case, and yeah, it's good to understand. Now number two is that native speakers often cut this style, right? Often you don't have to use it. Okay, so what do I mean? Let's see. So for example, let's see. I went to the party because my friend had invited me, right? So, okay, party, before the party, invitation, right? That's a normal pattern. Invitation, and then go to party, right? So that's a normal pattern. Now, because this is so normal that, that's everybody knows that. That's a usual or normal course. That often this is we can cut it. Went to the party because my friend invited me. Oh, do you mean go to the party and then invitation? No, that would be strange. So, of course, no, it's not that. So that's why in this case, even though it's gone, we can understand that, invitation and then the party. Okay, let's try another one. Let's see. So my friend was sad because she had broken up with her boyfriend. Okay, so thank you. Had broken up. That means, they separated, they finished, they ended. So that means break up and then sad, right? That's a normal, that's the normal pattern. A listener can understand, that's a typical normal course. So the had, we can maybe cut, right? She had, we can leave it out. My friend was sad because she broke up. she broke up. Okay, in this case, had invited, it's the same verb style or participle here. In this case, it goes from broke up to had broken up. So yeah, it can be, I think, yeah, this is native people. This is more easy to say. Broke up, you cut the had, cut the N. So it's a little bit time saving down. So yeah, we would say this one. Okay, how about one more? I called in sick because I had caught a cold. Yeah, of course. So sick means call in. Okay, let's say, was it cold? First cold, catch a cold, and then call in sick. Yeah, that, of course. That's the normal pattern. So in this case too, we can cut this out and just say, I caught a cold. Okay, so yeah, that's point number 2. That's why it's actually kind of more value goes up when you don't say it. So that's why this is kind of an unusual, is this high value? If we're actually very often we're cutting it. So, but you should still understand how this is used. Okay. Also, because unfortunately, have is very, very overused. Maybe it's the most used verb in English. There's so many styles, so many types. I have a dog, or that's an item. I have no time. I have time on Wednesday. So this is an actual, well, that means I own the dog. Even there's more. So even I have a pen. We say that in Japan. So that means something in your hand or in your pocket. I have a dog. That means I own a dog. I have time. That's time is not even something you can keep. Or, I have coffee in the morning. That means drink. Or I have to go to work. That means I must go. Or I have visited Hokkaido. That means that memory, that experience is in my mind. Or yeah, and then finally, this one, the had plus style here today. So yes, it's important to know because there's so many different usages that this is just one more. Okay, but let's keep going. I would say that it is used, let's say typically used for more complex stories where it is very important to clearly communicate the timing of maybe different characters at different places. So let's see. I was so sick this morning. Okay, so I was. That means not now. I was sick. Now let's say, well, why? Now I feel much better. Okay, so already past tense, sick, before now I feel much better. Let's say, I think I had eaten some bad seafood last night. Okay, so now we're going in from sentence A into sentence B. So again, I think, right now, I think I had eaten. So this again, we time jump before this morning into last night. I had eaten some bad seafood. Okay, so this is a good example. You've got last night, this morning, and then now. So just because you want the listener to understand in one speaking, in one, only one time, I want to say this, and please understand it completely. So you got the verb was, feel, and then think, And then in that sentence, had eaten. So yeah, this is a, pretty complicated from that second sentence. Let's see. Let's try another one. I'm so excited to go to Disneyland this summer because I used to go every year as a kid. Okay, so I am excited. That's right now, presently, because I used to, let's say used to go. So that is have we done that yet? Maybe not, but that means, yeah, a previous life stage, childhood, elementary school, high school, university stage. It was a normal pattern or routine of my life. So we've got childhood, we've got now. Okay, so I am here, and then childhood used to go as a child, as a kid. Now I'm going to continue and say my mother had gone, we'll say gone there, with her brothers and sisters too when she was a little girl. Okay, so now we've got another character. My mother had gone. So this is even before I was born. So another, 40, 50 years ago, right? So we got now, maybe 30 years ago, childhood, and then even longer back in time, another 30, 40 years ago into mother's childhood. Okay. And so this, I think, yeah, it's kind of it's interesting how in one or two sentences, you've got such a long amount of time with different people, same place, Disneyland. So this is maybe a good exercise in kind of stretching or opening your mind to how these verb styles, past tense or present tense, more past, past perfect, help to manage or control all these characters and places and times. Yeah, you got characters, places, and then times. So that's what this one is today. The third time. Present, past, more past. Okay. So anyway, those are just two examples, but it is true. Native speakers, it's often cut. Often we cut it. Okay. So now number 4. Here we go. Number 4 is that it is often abbreviated. Now, what does that mean? Abbreviated is where it's let's see. Well, brief means short, right? So a short version. For example, I would like to have a sandwich. We might abbreviate that to I'd like to have, right? So I would, even that's takes too long to say. I would say I'd. That's how we speak. And this has become proper English, although it's just from the pronunciation. People want to make it shorter. So this style also we abbreviate. Let's see. I lost my book bag. Okay, so book bag. And my mother told me I need to be more careful. So here we have before now, lost. After I lost it, my mother told me, be careful. Told me I need to be. She told me that now, from now on, I need to be more careful. She said I had been careless, but now it's time to change my behavior. Okay, so two sentences again. So I lost. We did that already. Lost. My mother told me that I need presently. She said at this time, told me she in that time she said I had been careless. So before losing the book bag, careless, meaning I don't care. Oh, I don't care enough. Okay, let's say, okay, so what do we got? We got, I need to be careful. Let's say before that, told. And then she told or told or said, same time here. And then before that, had been careless. All right. Let's move this. Okay. Let's see if okay, so first, careless behavior, I don't care. Oh no. Then lost bag, then said, to me that, from now on, from now on, need to be careful. That is very complicated. And yeah, you have to just slowly, I recommend it. Just take two sentences, and try to put in, imagine what happened even before everything. And let's make this maybe we'll make this even more complicated. I have a few more minutes. What if I said had been being? Oh no. So this is now kind of two styles put together. I've changed it to the past perfect plus the continuous, which means, that often or again. In this case, it means the child or I being careless every day. Careless, I don't care. But the had been means before the book bag is lost, I had a pattern. Again, careless. So here you got another 3-part verb style here. Okay, that's just another level of complexity. Let's do another one. Okay, so let's see. I had lunch with my colleague. Uh-oh. So, okay, had lunch. Okay, that means ate. I ate lunch. Okay, we're okay. Because she wanted to talk about her job. Now, okay, pause. Okay, so I had lunch, and then after that, she wanted, no, probably before the lunch, she wants to talk to me. So this is probably a had wanted. So before the lunch, she wanted to talk. She had wanted, but yep, this is a native style. Oh yeah, we can cut it. You understand. Okay. She let's see. Okay, she had been warned by her boss that her work needs to improve. Okay, so okay, hold on. This means 8. This one means she wanted to talk, but we've cut the had because usually I want to talk to you, and then after let's eat. And okay, here we go. Oh no, what is this one? So this means, in the first place, this is now the past perfect plus the passive style. Oh no, somebody does the action to me or to the main, subject character. So that means her boss, she had been warned by the boss, and that presently, from now on, right now, her work needs to improve. Oh my gosh, I think this is really complicated, but let's try to work it out. Okay, so we got had lunch. Yep, and we're gonna say before that, wanted to talk. And then before that, she had been, why do you do this? Had been warned by the boss. And then now needs to improve. Oh man, yeah, this is pretty rough. It's pretty crazy, but you can do it. I mean, if this is about as complicated as it gets, but just go slowly if you want to get to this level. Some kind of setting up sentence about the past, and then you introduce a more further past, an older past. That's what we're doing. We're going present, before that the past, and then the older past. And if you can also go in the future, right? So if you like, that's too much for now. Okay, so anyway, I just want to break down those 4 things. It is not formal. It is complicated, so I could imagine a teacher trying to say like it's formal, but that's not correct. Native people often cut it. It's not necessary. You can almost get the same message without it. And finally, it is used for more complex stories. And be careful. Oh, did I do that? The whole point of this was that it is abbreviated. Whoops. Okay, I need to abbreviate. I forgot. So let's go down. So I lost my book bag and my mother told me I need to be careful. She said, okay, so here's what we would say. I had been being would be I'd been being careless. Abbreviated. Okay, so I'd been being. I'd. It's so small. So if you're listening, I'd, boom. Time slip. Time jump. Back in time. So it's really tough for listening in particular. Next one. I had lunch. You could even say this. Look, you could say it. Oh no. I had lunch. I had lunch with my colleague because she wanted you could say she'd wanted. You could say that helps a little bit, meaning before the lunch want to talk. She'd been warned. Oh man, yes, she'd been warned by her boss that her work needs to improve. So that was the final point. It does get abbreviated, okay, into just that D, that little D at the end of a verb. All right. Anyway, yeah, this is I would say don't worry about it so much, but it is important to know. If you have an example, put it in the comments and I'll try to help you out with it. And we'll see you in the next video.